That was Gio Benitez reporting. Today is Cyber Monday. That can mean great online shopping deals, but what does it mean for people who struggle to do anything online because of a disability? Seth Kaplan is live in studio with this story. Good afternoon, Seth.
Yeah, we're talking about something called digital accessibility. When you think about accessibility for blind people, you might picture, canes, maybe service dogs or braille for them to read. But nowadays, the bigger challenge can be how to navigate on what's, for example, a smartphone touchscreen when you can't see what's on the screen. I spoke earlier today with a man named Jeremy Grandstaff, who works for a company called CurbCutOS that helps companies design accessible apps and websites. He himself is blind and estimates he personally has left more than $250,000 worth of goods and services in shopping carts in his decades of online shopping because he got frustrated and couldn't finish buying something. I asked, what does Cyber Monday mean for people who are blind?
Many times we have to spend extra money to get to a store to buy what we want. Now I can go and I can buy it online if it's accessible. If it's not accessible, man, think of the opportunities that we're missing.
He said online retailers sometimes make the mistake of building a website and then trying to make it accessible as an afterthought rather than building in the accessibility from the ground up. Mallory, the name of that company, CurbCutOS, I said, where does that come from? He says, curb cuts. In other words, when you're at an intersection and you've got that ramp to go down. Originally, they were put there for wheelchair accessibility, but then it turned out, and hard to imagine now, but people didn't envision this, that more people who aren't disabled, who don't have wheelchairs, use the curb cuts than people with wheelchairs, because every time we roll a piece of luggage down one of those ramps or push a baby stroller down one of those ramps, it helps all of us. And so the point is, they're trying to say, hey, if you help people who have these needs, you end up making things better for other people too.
Right, that's a good point, Seth. And then we've also been talking about abandoned shopping carts and how those can sort of accumulate in situations like this. What does that mean? How does that cause a problem?
Right. So he mentioned, you heard there, Jeremy Grandstaff personally abandoning, he estimates $250,000 worth of goods and services in shopping carts because he just couldn't figure out how to do what he needed to do, and said, I'm not going to put up with this frustration with a company that's not making things accessible for me. He says, you do the math, people like him times all the people in America, he says that's $1 trillion a year.
Wow.
In stuff that people wanted to buy and they just either couldn't or didn't end up wanting to buy it because of the inaccessibility.
Oh, that is a lot of money. All right. Thank you, Seth. I'm sure we'll have more on this tonight at 5 and 6.
Absolutely. You got it, Mallory.
All right. Thank you, Seth.